believe that things happen if you don't take precautions more than once. Gee, all of written law says that it does. And the cops say if you keep doing it, they'll keep imprisoning you. Well, LA burnt to the ground. How many years was it? Over a century ago? Over a century ago. Might be even up to 2 centuries. Is that what it takes? 200 years? When Bobby was in the California there, Johnson Valley in the Sun Valley, and mainly Sun Valley. There, he got the side of God showed up in that town 200 years ago, and it was nothing but pedophiles running it. And God had them all expelled and put to death. This fact. Now, you took a LA story and mixed it with the California story. Both California. And in this one, as well as the last one, there was a hole dug in the desert for the man coming to see if they were still pedophilic. And only one pedophilic ran the town. It wasn't one pedophilic. It was one that raped children every time he got drunk that still runs around the town. And if the people hadn't caught him yet. Then you got a brown murderer that his room just died already and got eaten by his dogs. Other than that, the Sun Valley seems to be pretty well clean. But to get back to the LA burning, the God told you it could burn. And that was just the town. That wasn't the mountains or nothing. Like when that burned 200 years ago, that was a mass plan by someone to get the money out so they could start a revenue of loaning to the bank. Before those days, the bank never loaned money. Like all the citizens in California, they worked and put that money in the bank. When they's like, shit, how can we get going? Is when they burnt the whole town to the ground and pilfered the money out and set up the banking industry to bring the protection of the bank's money and your money and interest rate to loans of the money. Now, it's all wired to the federal government now, but all your money for fire rescue has been pilfered. All your water tanks were low pressured. Where's the money? You know, feds protect the banks. You think this whole scheme was brought by that first fire in LA? I heard all the Maines in California were murdered to get